How did you get involved with the I Am Talent documentary?
So I've known Talent since he was a kid. I mean, since he was a little baby, like maybe 10 or 12. And then when I went to film school, Natalie and I went to film school together. And then I never saw Natalie for maybe 10 years. I never saw her. She was living in London and then she lived in California. And then when I was living in Durban, I just saw her at the beachfront one day and I was like, oh shit, how you doing? You know, and she was like, hey, cool. And then she started telling me about this documentary she wanted to do because she was friends with Tammy, who's kind of like Thalente's guardian, his friend, he's almost like his mom. She like really like took him in and helped him when he was on the streets. And then they kind of spoke to Talent and then they spoke to Nat but I also had the skill to do it because cutting a movie is a hell of a thing. I mean, I had like 7 terabytes of footage shot over 15 years, like no real story direction, no real anything. Here's the drives, this is what we're thinking. You know, like if you cut a documentary, you break it up into different act 1, act 2, act 3, scene 1, scene 2, scene 3, you break it up. It's like, and you create like a sticker board and you talk. And then I used to be a partner in a big production house and I kind of got over managing people, and so I left that. And then I just done a project called Speed Kills for Smithsonian. And I was kind of like just doing some carte blanche edits and stuff like that. And then I met Nat and I was like, you know what, like, I know there's not a lot of money and I'm gonna have to do other jobs to pay rent to do this, but you know, let's do it. Like I'm really anxious.
So you would say the Talent documentary is a normal passion project?
Oh, it was for all of us, yeah. Yeah, we all, yeah, it purely was a passion project. Nobody got rich out of that. Nobody got anything out of that. We got enough to maybe kind of cover rent and stuff, but yeah, so I spent 9 months editing it, kind of got it all together, and then once I had something solid, I flew over there to LA and we spent a month. I filmed some more skating with Talent, and then yeah, Lawrence, he was filming with a dude called Lawrence, and then I hooked up with Lawrence and Talent, we shot some stuff, did some more, came back, got it ready, and then went over again, and then we really like finished it up. Like we interviewed Tony Hawk, Lance Mountain, we did some stuff with Kenny Anderson, and we just finished the interviews, and then yeah, we did it and we put it out, and yeah, we won the Audience Choice Award at the LA Film Festival.
That's it.
And then from doing that, that's how I got into doing these National Geographic stuff from there. Yeah, so just like a chance meeting with Nat, just, and she was awesome to work with. She's really like driven and she really knows what she wants. And I was stoked that I could help bring that to life, you know? Yeah.
Do you think you being a skateboarder helped filming documentary easier and knowing what like a skateboarder would want for a skateboarding project?
Oh yeah, if I wasn't a skateboarder and I didn't know Talent, but I never had the experience I have, I would never have worked on the project. I wouldn't. Yeah, you had to be a skateboarder to understand what it is. Because in a movie like that, what makes it so important is the skateboarding needs to be legitimate. It needs to be legitimately shot. Like my favorite thing that I shot in that movie was when Talent was on the Tony Hawk's bird ramp. And Tony Hawk drops in and he does a few tricks. And then he hops onto the rollout deck and he says to Talent, and Talent says to him, wow, you're so good. And Tony says to Talent, like, no, you good. You know, that was like one of the coolest things I've ever shot. I was like, wow, it's like, yeah, this is cool. And I'd done a few things with Tony Hawk before. I went to the Cayman Islands with him. There's a skate park there called the Black Pearl Skate Park. I worked on that. And then when they opened Wave House, I made a little documentary on him at Wave House.
That's it.
and then 20 knows Dallas. So when we went to interview him, like, you know, like we went to 900 Forms of Good, we met him before. I met him before 2 or 3 times, so it was pretty mellow, you know. And getting to like meet Lance Mountain and skate his pool was mind blowing, and getting to go to Las Vegas with Kenny Anderson and, you know, meet Sammy Backer and Rag Doll, and yeah, it was kind of.
It's also pretty crazy how many legendary pros wanted to help with the documentary and be a part of it.
Yeah, it is. It's a special story, man. Yeah.
I really enjoyed the documentary.
Yeah, hopefully talent rises above, you know. Yeah, it's like it's a cool story, you know. Teaching them how to read and write and how to add. And
One thing I love about the documentary, and I'm not going to spoil the ending because I'm going to say it revolves around it, but what I like about the ending is not anything like grand and big, like it doesn't like sign a huge deal to a company. It kind of just ends like very naturally and also like relatable and kind of.
yeah, so
It wasn't like made up and like to hype it up more.
yeah, so we call that kind of a documentary is called the hero's journey. So the story is just the journey, you know.
Yeah.
And I think talent, the thing is that he couldn't read or write, or imagine going to McDonald's with money and buying a burger and not knowing how much the burger is. Just like, here's my money, you know, like, whereas, you know, like he was an awesome skateboarder, and he still is an awesome skateboarder, but now he has these life skills that, you know, he has a car license, he has this, he has that, so it's like, skateboarding is cool, but you need basic things in life to help you succeed, to give you your foot up to your next thing, yeah.
I would dig to interview talent. That would be a cool one.
It would be cool if you could find him.
Well, is he everywhere?
Not easy to get hold of, yeah. He's out and about, that cat, yeah.
So wasn't he around here, like, because I saw him on Instagram staying in the comic around?
Yeah, he's kind of hangs out a lot with Seb. So
Yeah, I see that.
him and Seb are hanging out, so, but I mean, yeah, he's a very elusive, quiet, stick to myself kind of a dude, so, you know, you'd have to like see him out and about and be like, hey dude, can I do an interview? I mean, I see him once a year and it's cool, but yeah, we don't hang out all the time, yeah.
I would also really dig to interview Tony Hawk. But that one's going to be a hard one to get.
Yeah, you'd have to be, well, he's a busy dude. I mean, when we interviewed him for I Am Thalente, we got like 10 minutes, you know? He was just like, you got to be really good, you got to be really quick with your lights, you got to be quick because you use a radio mic, like you got to be really experienced because it's just like, okay, cool, put the mic on, set the lights up, sit down, 10 minutes, boom, he's gone. When you start professionally interviewing people and that, you don't get long hair, it's very quick. You got to be very prepared, you got to have all your questions ready, you got to know background stuff. Like knowing that Disney's bought National Geographic, you know, like that kind of stuff. Because it makes the person you're interviewing think like, oh cool, you know something.
Yeah, she took time.
You took time to figure that out, and that's the skill you need to know, you know.
Out of all the pros that you interviewed, did you do the interviews with the pros for the talent documentary?
Yeah, Natalie and I did it together, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Out of all the pros you got to interview, which one was your favorite, like the one that you were like shocked that you actually got to interview?
I don't get starstruck. Like I don't really care. Like if I see someone famous, I don't really care. But I think that those interviews, like getting to know someone and spend a little bit of time with them, I would say Kenny Anderson, because he's like a really, he's just a cool dude.
He came upon humble in the documentary.
Well, yeah, he is humble. So we drove to Las Vegas and we spent the weekend with him in Las Vegas and got to know him and hang out with him, and yeah, I enjoyed that, you know. But I don't get starstruck. Like I don't ask people for autographs or
Pictures.
or give me your sock or any of that. I just like, you know, like he was just a cool dude. But also like, I mean, as a kid growing up and watching the Bones Brigade and Powell Peralta and that, and then actually going to Lance Mountain's house and skating with him and sitting and having a conversation, that's cool. That's just like, oh wow, you know, this is the dude, you know?
Yeah.
And also like getting to interview people like Tony Hawk, and then they're just normal people that just got a break and blew up.
Yeah.
That's all it is. That all those people are just exactly the same as you and me. They're just like exceptional at what they do.
What was Tony Hawk's skate park like?
It's just kind of like a little.
Did you get a chance to skate when he was working?
No, I don't really skate there. It's like a 14-foot vert ramp and a little street course around the back. So it was, yeah. If you go watch Tony Hawk's, he released a part a few years ago.
Yeah, I know the one when he was 50.
And then he does a tray flip and Talent does a switch tray flip.
Oh, that part.
That trick, it's kind of in the credits of his part. Yeah, I filmed that. That was the day we were there.
Okay.
You could kind of
see in the dock.
Yeah, you could kind of see the street part of it there. It's just normal. It's just like a little arbor and a quarter pipe and a flat bar. It's pretty cool, but yeah, it's just Lars Mountain Pool was cool. That was cool. Yeah, that's rad.
Did you get to skate that?
Oh yeah. I wasn't getting excited on that. Yeah, I've got 1 or 2 clips skating that pool. I must probably give it to you for this edit. If I can find it. I got some stuff I haven't even used anyway. Yeah, you can use it if you want. Yeah.
Oh, thanks.
Because that pool's gone now. It's been closed down. Yeah.
Is Lance Martin's pool the same one that's related to the story of Laws of Dogtown? Not very.
No. You'll see in the documentary, Talent skates it a bit.
Yeah, I did see that.
He does skate the pool a bit. That pool's been in some cool stuff. It's in some of the Nike SB videos. I know Ben Rayborn had a Thrasher part when we were there. Ben was skating it as well. That's where he did the backside ollie over the stairs. The backside reverse ollie over the stairs. But yeah, we got to skate a lot of cool places. A lot of cool places, yeah. Cool place.